Okay, here we are. Part A, Part B, Part C. Third letter of the alphabet. But it's a completely different type of thing. Alright, Part C, essentially what we're doing here in Part C, the government says, you know what? It takes a lot of gusto, paperwork, organization. We're the government, we're not really an insurance company. What if we had the insurance companies administer and take care of this Medicare stuff that we come up with a few years ago? What if we did that? And what we'll do is we'll take the Medicare bucket of funds, this little thing marked Medicare, it's got Medicare written on the outside of the bucket, and there's a bunch of cash in it that you've been put into it, and we're going to reimburse the insurance companies to administer this for us, and then they can kind of manipulate and make a quasi-Medicare package. What if we did that? And then we can kind of wash our hands of it, we just pay that out, and we got it taken care of. And this is the best part, we're just reimbursing them for, you know, the standard services. If there's any type of, you know, big cost, you know, actuarial risk there, that's kind of on them. We're just reimbursing them a fixed amount, right? They're accepting that actuarial risk, and their insurance companies, they're big boys, they can take care of that, and they can structure those plans how they need to. Welcome to Part C. That's essentially what we're doing. So what it is, it's, you can either have Part A and B from the government, and then you can choose to go get a supplement, and then you can choose to go get a drug plan, and then you gotta get your dental and vision, and it's all kind of a la carte. You bundle it all together, make a package that's custom for you, which is just fine. Or you can go ahead and buy one of these pre-packaged deals that are already set up, ready to go. That is Medicare Advantage. And Medicare Advantage does have some advantages, but like anything, there are drawbacks too. So let's go ahead and go through some of the advantages first. Number one, it's kind of a all-inclusive plan. You can have, lots of times you'll have dental wrapped up in there. Lots of times you'll have your prescription drugs wrapped up in there. Sometimes they'll even have some vision type services that are wrapped up in there, and that's pretty good. Another thing is that obviously Medigap supplements have rather, I wouldn't say strict, but you have to be relatively healthy to get on one. If that's not an option for you, you may not have a choice but to go and find an Advantage plan or a Part C plan that you can get on. Now, with that being said, Part C plans, they come in different flavors. For most of you that are familiar with HMOs and PPOs, so in fact a lot of you probably remember when HMOs come out, and you know all of the, how shall I say, the special attributes that HMOs can provide you, and you also know what PPOs can provide you. It's always of my opinion, which it may not be right for you, and you need to determine whether or not this is true. I would always prefer personally a PPO over HMO, but you know, that's neither here nor there, and HMO may be great for you. But just keep in mind the way these Advantage plans work, they're a little bit different. Now obviously Advantage, if you like your Advantage plan and then, you know, we're sitting there in July and you don't have some sort of qualifying event, you just can't switch Advantage plans. If you're on a supplement plan and something's happened, and you can switch your supplement so long as you can be underwritten, but that's, you know, you got to make sure that that's doable for you. Doctors do oftentimes come and go out of Advantage plans, so if you have a doctor that you want to keep and he leaves your Advantage plan, you may be stuck until next open enrollment or annual enrollment period, and you can make another change, but that's kind of a disadvantage. A lot of the reason that people get into Part C is that these companies are bundling packages where there's a zero premium and very small copays, if any, and they're getting the out-of-pocket expenses. You know, they can be as high as $7,000 a year, but some of them can be lower than that. In fact, they're getting some pretty good packages now here in the southeast that are getting around $3,000 maximum out of pocket, which is a little bit more tolerable. I know out in Nevada and some of those places it's quite a bit lower than that. So for them, that is definitely a comparable vehicle to a supplement from a cost standpoint, yearly cost. So there's that to keep in mind. But you need to speak with an independent agent that can quote many different plans for you and see what's best for you. If you are indeed going to tackle an Advantage plan, you should research and know the difference between the PPO style and the HMO style, and what the HMO has a right to do concerning what they decide to in reference to your care. Right, they have some decision ability over that. PPOs are a little bit more different, maybe something more similar to what you're used to with your group or employer insurance from years ago. So keep that in mind. A lot of the HMO Medicare Advantage plans, unlike original Medicare, lots of times you have to have a referral to see a specialist. Obviously, once you start advancing in age, a lot of your health care issues will be in reference to specialists and specialist physicians. So that's kind of a drawback. However, some of the Medicare Advantage plans right now are offering you can see the specialist without a referral, which is great. That's something that all of them should try to go to as fast as possible. So there's that part of it as well. So just keep in mind that Medicare Advantage is not all bad and the other one's not all good. Every situation is different. But with Medicare Advantage, really take the time to read the fine print on what you're buying and make sure that that's what you want, because the out-of-pocket expenses can get rather huge. You could get sick in November, turn right back around and have to go back in January and get hit with that out-of-pocket maximum twice back to back. Now that's $6,700. Well, you're out quite a bit. You could have bought a used car for what you just paid by March. So, with that being said, if you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.